Welcome to Bizworld. I'm Nurin Razmyn. Savings from targeted diesel subsidies will be redirected to the people, particularly through improved public transportation and the Rahmah Cash Contribution (STR). According to Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, the measure would result in savings of 4 billion ringgit annually.
Saya beritahu rakan-rakan Jemaah Menteri, sudah Datuk Seri Amir Hamzah ada, saya kata kita kena buat keputusan yang baik. Iaitu sementara kita harus bantu rakyat, majoritinya, kita tidak harus beri subsidi kepada golongan maha kaya, industri-industri besar dan orang asing. Bukan diskriminasi kepada orang asing, kerana orang asing itu tidak bayar cukai. Cukai levy yang sangat kecil. Jadi oleh demikian, tanggungjawab kita yang pertama ialah kepada warga negara kita.
Anwar emphasized that the government has undertaken 3 targeted subsidy rationalization measures. They include electricity tariffs, floating chicken prices, and the recent implementation of targeted diesel subsidies, resulting in 10 billion ringgit of savings. The price of diesel at all retail stations in the peninsula was set at 3 ringgit 35 cent per litre starting yesterday. Malaysia's economic transformation momentum is expected to pick up pace this year, buoyed by robust fundamentals and investors' confidence underpinned by effective policies. Second Finance Minister Datuk Seri Amir Hamzah said the Madani economy framework has delivered favourable outcomes for the economy.
GDP grew at 4.2% in the first quarter of 2024, indicating that the government's policies and economic management are effective. The government is optimistic that the Malaysian GDP is well placed to expand within the official forecast range of 4 to 5% for 2024.
In his keynote address at the International Accountants Conference 2024 earlier, the minister also said that global investors are increasingly interested in the reform narrative as reflected in the optimism in the domestic capital markets. This is exemplified by the FBM KLCI reaching new highs and the significant foreign direct investments from global companies such as Microsoft, Google, ByteDance and Tesla. Foreign investors pumped in 7 billion ringgit into Malaysian equities and debt securities in May, the largest inflow since July last year. According to UOB research, this has helped to turn the cumulative foreign portfolio, both equities and bonds, flows into black for the first time this year at 700 million ringgit between January and May. Equity inflows stood at 1.5 billion ringgit and debt securities amounted to 5.5 billion ringgit. Meanwhile, Bank Negara's foreign reserves also reversed course and increased for the first time in 4 months by $800 million to $113.6 billion as of May. However, UOB research continues to expect a bumpy path for capital flows into emerging markets like Malaysia. This is premised on the uncertain start to the US Federal Reserve's rate cut cycle, lingering geopolitical risks, as well as increasing trade protectionism and rising concerns about domestic policy reforms. The ringgit has a strong potential to appreciate to 4.42 against the US dollar by year-end. Although the latest U.S. non-farm payroll figures surpass expectations, Kenanga research observes persistent weakness in the U.S. economy. This includes prolonged job searches for seekers, cost-cutting layoffs by firms, and the looming threat of financial strain due to mounting credit card debt and increased mortgage bills. The research firm said that the ringgit is set to appreciate with a possible U.S. Federal Reserve rate cut in September, combined with Malaysia's solid fundamentals. It also noted that the ringgit rebounded in May, becoming one of the best-performing ASEAN currencies, and the US dollar index depreciated. Bursa Malaysia closed marginally lower today as investors focused on the Federal Reserve's dot plots to see if it will ease monetary policy this year. At 5 p.m., the FBM KLCI declined by 2.88 points to 1,611.49. Gainers led losers with 797 counters against 496 counters, while 455 counters traded unchanged. According to Bank Muamalat, the higher-than-expected non-farm payroll in May suggests that the Fed might keep policy rates steady longer. And that's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Nurin Razmyn. Thank you for investing your time with us.